And thank y'all for joining. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just checking in with everybody to see if everybody's okay. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you're being kind to yourselves, being kind to others. It was raining today. It was a little bit cooler than usual, but it was pretty comfortable. Didn't have to crank up the AC today. It's a different angle right here with the sunroof view. Story time. Man, I was driving through Baltimore. I'm not gonna say where. Actually, I was driving through South Baltimore, and there was a young lady. She was standing in the cut, and I don't know what was going on. I turned and looked over, and she was like staring in like abyss, like she was gone. Like I don't know what was going on, but the traffic. It was almost like I was the only thing that she saw in the car, and the other cars. It was almost like one of those, like, I don't know. It was a crazy moment. So she was staring dead at me, and her face changed, and had this grin on her face. She like turned to the side and flashed back and had a grin on her face, and she faced me, and she was just smiling, like, you know what I mean, like something was wrong. And I drove through, went to the store, came back, and as I'm coming back, it's nighttime now. So she's at the like Amtrak or like the light rail. I don't know what it was exactly, but I was like, what's going on here? So I see something on the road, and as I'm driving and get closer, somebody was on the road, like laying in the middle of the road, and people were driving by this person. The person's legs was facing my way, and the head was facing in the other direction. And as I drove by this individual, it happened to be the same lady. She had a dress on, and she was laying on a concrete. I thought she was gone. I thought she was dead. I thought she wasn't here anymore. I don't know what the heck happened. Like, it freaked me out. So I was getting ready to pull over, but then I thought about it. I'm like, I'm not trying to get robbed. So I drive by really, really slow, and she lifts up her head and grins at me again. And I was like, ugh. I had like this eerie like sensation going through me, and I had like goosebumps all over the place. And I was just like, what the heck is going on? So I drove a little bit further down, and I just kept on honking the horn, and I called like 911 throughout that process. And, because it was concerning that she was laying on the road like that, but I didn't want to risk getting out of the car because somebody could have, robbed me or whatever the case may be. But for her to even get up like that and look at me the way that she did, it seemed like she was trying to get somebody's attention or try to get somebody robbed or whatever the case may be. But, the moral of the story is, if you feel that there's nothing that you can do personally, pull to the side, keep your doors locked, call the cops, let that individual, or call 911 and let those individuals handle that situation. And don't try to be a hero. Excuse me, I had a burp. Don't try to be the hero, especially at night in Baltimore. It's just not a smart move. Yeah, but just to drive by and not like help out at all, no, that's unacceptable. Glad that I was there at the moment, and we have to be more mindful of the things around us. If we see somebody that's in need, just be mindful. It's okay to help out. If if you have it, I usually carry like water in my car. If I have food, like I usually have like bananas, extra bananas, like, and if I see somebody that is homeless or going through whatever it is that they're going through, I'll hand them a bottle of water and banana or some food that I have, on me. And, I'll just hand it to them and just ask them what their name is, and just let them know everything's going to be okay. Keep, pressing. Don't, don't give up. We don't know what that person's situation is, while they're sitting there asking for food on the side of the road or asking for money. Who are we to judge those individuals? Yeah, there may be individuals or like organizations that, try to rip people off and try to like, play people to get money out of them. But, at the end of the day, make the right decision for yourself and discern the situation that works for you in regards to what you give. And just be obedient, you know what I mean? And ask, pray, fast, meditate, and, help that individual out. But, not to acknowledge or not to speak to them and look down upon, somebody that's homeless and that's begging for food. I never deny, we should never deny anybody food. We should never deny anybody food. I remember one time, there was an individual I offered food to, and it was kind of funny at the time, but, this person was definitely going through it, and I didn't say anything to the individual. I had like 2 granola bars and I had a bottle of water, and I was in a train, and, the person kept on walking around asking people for money or food, and money specifically. And it was kind of sad because, everybody knew the circumstances. We did our best to help out. So I remember that I had 2 granola bars, and then I handed it to him, to the person, and the guy across from me, he was paying attention to what I was doing, and the person would not accept my granola bars at all, or the water. And I was just in shock, like, but the person went around, and like parallel to me, there was a gentleman, he watched the whole interaction. And the lady basically told me, I want chicken. So basically, give me money, and I was like, wow, fortunately, I don't have money to give. I literally didn't have any money to give at the time. And, I was like, man, I just thought about, somebody else in this situation would have took whatever it is that I had and to give, and they would have accepted it, graciously, right? But unfortunately, the person didn't. It's okay though, you know what I mean? You pray for that individual. Hopefully everything is going on. Hopefully whatever is going on in their life, works itself out for the greater good. But the person came around to the other person that was parallel to me, and the person corrected the situation by letting that person know, like, hey, look, the gentleman across from you offered food and, water, and repeated again to the gentleman that they want chicken. And it was kind of hilarious, but it was sad at the same time because, everybody wanted to do so much more for this lady, but she didn't want anything but money. And it was kind of sad, man. Like, I just looked at the situation like, hey, look, it is what it is. Keep it moving. And that's all we can do. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? And that's all you can do. Don't judge the individual. Do your best to help out if you can. But just to walk away, not acknowledge, and act like that person's invisible, that's not right. That's not being brave at being positive. That's just, just overlooking the situation and, not acknowledging that that person's going through their struggles or whatever the case may be. But, yeah, besides that, today was a great day. Was able to do some outreach, uplift some individuals throughout the process. People are probably out partying today, but you know, the job never stops with the outreach. You know, helping those that are around us, being a beacon of light around us. Nobody's perfect. Just do your best at being the best version of yourself towards people and self. Accountability, ownership, responsibility. You got to look in the mirror. Even though we have flaws, we have to still look in the mirror and ask ourselves what we could have done better. And just, you know, treating every moment as if it's your last. And, you know, do your best to, you know, keep a smile on your face no matter what hardships it is that you're going through, including self. So we have to, you know, keep that in mind. Just thankful that I was able to wake up today, and I hope that you or whoever's listening, you know, is having a great day as well. Did a fresh shave today, did a lineup today, feeling fresh. Feels good to get a haircut or, you know, get your hair done or, you know, treat yourself to, you know, some pampering and, you know, it feels great, you know what I mean, to take care of your, you know, your hygiene as well as your grooming. And there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself in that sense. Not to be in vanity or anything like that, like, you know, to operate in vanity, but just to take care of your, you know, your well-being. That way, you know, you can, it makes you feel better, you know, taking a shower, hopping in the bath, you know, smelling good, you know, doing your best to be the best version of yourself always, fixing all the, you know, hurt that you may have went through. All these things, they matter, you know, they really, really matter when it comes to being a better version of yourself. And yeah, I'm just on my way home right now. About to go home, take care of some content, get it all together. Remember what I mentioned earlier, Be Brave at Being Positive podcast coming your way. If you want to be a part of that, I do audio here, visually, and audio as well. So I'll video record the two of us, whoever's doing the interview, or we could do a visual audio version of it where it's just recording me talking to that individual. And however brave, if that individual wants to be brave at sharing their vulnerabilities and be positive at the same time doing so, hey, reach out to me. Feel free to reach out. Don't be afraid. Never walk in fear. You're courageous. You are brave. You are fearless. You're a warrior within your own right, righteously and respectfully. Be kind to those people that you come across. Be kind to yourself. And let's learn to live 180 together. Y'all be blessed. Enjoy. Out.